Hi, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. This body that I'm wearing, it's just a temporary shell for this lifetime to challenge me how to master being, giving, and receiving love so that I can inspire others to do the same. I am the infinite soul within, and so I accept the challenge and have stepped up as Sorinne Ardeleanu. Sorinne means sister of the sun. I was meant to spread light and warmth wherever I go. I'm also a 2020 presidential candidate. I first thought about running for this position about 2 decades ago. I wanted to find a way to take away the pain in the world, because as an innocent child, I had gone through a lot of pain and suffering that I know I did not earn. About a decade ago, I started feeling called to run specifically in this year, 2020. And I was afraid to admit it for the longest time because I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe that I was good enough or that I was perfect enough to be president, even though I believed that I had insights that were valuable. I tried to resist, but my life kept leading me in this direction, so I finally surrendered. And now that we're here, I understand why it had to be 2020. Today, I am reaching out to you because I believe it is important for you to understand why I am applying for the position of President of the United States, and to consider me as the candidate that you support. So before I registered, I reached out in spirit to Nelson Mandela because he is somebody that I have admired for a long time. And I asked him if the world was ready, and he said, yes, just love and stick to your values. They are ready. And so I have based my platform on love, logic, and liberty for all. But it starts with love, because the root of all the issues in our world today is a lack of love. Many of us think we understand what love is, but we don't even know how to love ourselves. Now, as a spiritual being having a human experience, I am not perfect, nor will I ever be. So if you want to find things to criticize about me, I'm sure you will. But I ask you to look at the mirror, at yourself, and see if you're part of the solution or part of the problem, because we always reap exactly what we sow. And I am running for office because I want people to realize how powerful they are. Each and every single one of you has the power to impact the world around you positively. But it starts with personal accountability and personal responsibility. You cannot blame others for what is going on. You must ask yourself first, what are you doing to make things better, and what are you doing to make things worse? Because like me, you are not perfect either. But like me, you can also choose to do better, and that begins with your thoughts. If you have positive thoughts about people, about life, you will project that positive energy everywhere that you go. You will speak positively and you will do positive things. But if you are critical in your thoughts, you will speak critically and you will act critically. And so you cannot expect to receive more than what you put out. And so today I am updating you because I have been running as a Libertarian candidate. I registered in January, and I went with the Libertarian Party because I read the platform principles and I realized that I had been living them my entire life. And I realized that I wanted to be aligned with the party of principle that believes in my values. And as you know, this year has not turned out as we expected. But I realize again, this is why I have felt called to run in 2020 specifically. And so I've enjoyed the experience of running as a Libertarian candidate. It helped me come up with my platform of love, logic, and liberty for all. And it also helped me realize that I am a healer, that I do create good in the world, and that I do unite people, and that people are ready and hungry for my message. And I do not say this because I think that I am any more special than anybody else. I say this because I have invested the past 10 years of my life into developing myself so that I could feel connected to all of life, so that I could act from a place of doing what is for the greater good of all living beings at all times. I have spent the past 10 years learning how to reason correctly so that my emotions do not drive me. For when we are emotional, we are not reasonable. I have also spent the past 10 years learning how to heal myself and others. And what I have learned is that the majority of human beings are not sick because of something in their physical world, but they are sick from the inside out because they are repressing who they are, and they too want the freedom to be their most authentic selves, as I have access through the work that I have been doing. So today, I updated my status with the Federal Election Committee. I have decided to run as an independent candidate because I realized that I have to remember why I started. I have this little rock here to remind me. And that is why I've been quiet for the past couple of weeks. This has been a very difficult decision, but I had to remind myself that when I felt called to run for president, it wasn't because I believed in encouraging a party or bringing a certain party to the spotlight. It was about doing what is ultimately for the greater good of all, by sharing what I have understood about life, and by role modeling positive behaviors. Because the way that human beings learn is not by being told what to do, but through witnessing others doing. And so that is why I hold myself to such high standards and will continue to do so. Granted, as I've mentioned several times before, I am not perfect and I never will be, but I will be better. And I hope that you can support me along my journey and understand that this is much greater than politics. This is much greater than this election year. This is the future of our country and the future of our species. And it is time to elect leaders who will put aside their personal likes and dislikes, fears, desires, and conditioning, and do what is right for all people. We are ready. We are ready for love. We are ready for healing. We are ready for harmony. We are ready for prosperity. All of us deserve it, and it is time to free ourselves. And if you continue to support me, or if you're just joining me today, I will do my best to stand up for you. I am willing to give 100%, and I will keep doing so until my last breath. I hope that you know that I'm coming from a place of love, that I'm grateful for all the people that got me here, but I realize that I have to keep going forward, no matter if all the odds are against me. I've always been an outlier. I know that I'm not supposed to be worried about how is this going to happen, because I know that if it is meant to happen, it will happen as long as I play my part. And so I hope that you understand where I'm coming from, and that you also have faith that anything is possible, especially if it is truly for the greater good of all. Thank you for your time today.